it's JC here, and I wanted to come on and do a quick reading for some ancient souls tonight that are going through a nervous system recalibration. And I can feel you being able to feel that you're on the precipice of a rebirth, of all of these manifestations that you've been calling in. They're coming, and you can feel it. It's almost like an anxiety. And then there's, when you're birthing, there's fear, like, will I be okay? Will this work out? Is like, there's pain, there's chaos, there's all of the things and all of the feelings. And I know you're feeling that right now, but then also, I know you're also experiencing this deep level of calmness. You have been mastering your frequency to align with what you are calling in. It is all you've been working on. You have been obsessively focused on this. And I mean obsessively in the best way. Obsession breeds expertise. Obsession breeds mastery. And that's what you have been in. And I know you can feel it. And I feel you've even been tested by the universe lately, and you've had these tastes of your manifestation. But sadly, because I can feel the grief on your heart, you had to walk away because it wasn't quite there, and you will not settle. And this is the most beautiful place to be. So hold your vision. Do not quit. It is on its way. It is here. It is arriving. This is part of the integration. This is part of the stepping forth. This is part of the birth of it. And in order to normalize it, you must step into the new. And part of the new is this period of being able to rest and to relax in your creations, to rest and relax in your magnetism and allow things to come to you. And this might be new for you. And this nervous system healing as well. Some of this impatience might be like, well, I've worked on all these things. I've been doing my work for so long. Why am I still here? It's that spiral, right? When you go back down to be ignited back up. But this is also way bigger than you're even perceiving. And you are ancient souls. The ones that find this channel, my tribe, they're mirroring me. You have psychic sight. You have clairvoyancy. You're probably even an Akashic Records keeper, and you can see so much of it. And you're wondering why you haven't busted through some of these, your perception of blocks right now, but they're actually just part of the birthing. And it's because even though you can see your lives, you can see what you've gone through, you can see what you're healing, in the witnessing of it, parts of you thought that was it healed, which it was. Seeing it as 80% to 90% of it healing. But you need to let the physical body catch up. And that is what's healing. You are healing not only this time frame, this life, this incarnation of nervous system work, whatever you went through your childhood, anything in this incarnation. You are also healing all of your other incarnations. And if this resonates for you, if this is you, if this is the part of the collective you're in, where you have this massive remembering, you can see all the lives you went through, the traumas, you brought them to spirit, you brought them to angels, you have cleared through them. Now your physical body is catching up so that the spiritual can birth through the physical. And this is a key component. And everything manifests energy first, then mental, then emotional, then physical. Right? And so this is the 11th hour. This is the part where it's just about to birth for you. Fully in the present reality where you can see it. You've had glimmers, you've had tastes, you can feel it. You're going through it right now. And also in the thick of birth, sometimes you don't really know. Your instincts take over, your senses take over, and you can kind of be bewildered in a bit, right? And so turn to your pranayama practices, turn to your yoga, move this energy through the body, dance it out. A lot of you might be going through different levels of chakra fixtures as well. So root chakra, you might have, hip pain, you might have back pain, you might be going through just different money issues. Then you might have solar plexus meanderings with that, where you're really stepping into your worth. You're really viewing yourself in a new way. You're really owning your worth in a full capacity in your external environment, and you're just not pretending anymore. You're not playing for anybody. You're not putting on masks. You're just showing up. You're showing up with love. You're showing up with warmth. Anything that is causing you grief or bitterness or distractions, you're literally just surrendering it to holy fires and letting it be purified off of you. That you are just staying so focused, and I am so proud of you. And I'm here to tell you, from your angels, from your guides, from source, do not give up. This is literally it, babe. You're here. You've got this. You can continue to do this. You are strong enough. I know you're exhausted. But part of that is also so many of us are calling in being able to being paid to exist, being paid to relax more and to not work as hard. And so part of that is your nervous system repair, where you are literally being called to rest and learning to act and work and create, but also rest before life has to force you to rest. Learning to rest without an immune problem. Learning to rest without a challenge. Learning to rest before you're burnt out and exhausted. Using a pinnacle of energy to birth and create something that spirit moves through you, and then allowing rest and play and pleasure and joy. And you're anchoring those components in your life before things really pick up and start to get so busy for you and start to move so fast, because the vision you're calling in is huge. The vision you're manifesting, the vision you're building, the vision you've claimed with Creator and you've committed to 1000% and you're going all in on, all of these pieces will fall into place for you like a puzzle. And what's needed now is trust, even if it's just the size of a mustard seed, even if you're distressed. Some of you just had challenges and tests in love, in your money. You've had big tests in front of whatever you're trying to call in. And they have been tests, they've been reclamations. Some of you felt like, again, you were going backwards, back into an old pattern, but it was a reclamation. It was you reclaiming that in sovereignty and divinity and really saying, okay, this is a shadow side I have. This is the reason I have it. What part of me, how old was I, inner child healing, when I had this, and how can we heal this? What part of my being, what part of my inner child am I ignoring that this just came up and controlled me? And you're really working with that part to integrate it into your actual daily living so that you don't have things control you in negative ways anymore, and you can claim fully in full ownership of exactly what it is that you want. And this is such a pivotal part, and it's so easy to want to skip this because it's void, it's uncomfortable. But you're more and more comfortable with the uncomfortable because you've been through so many dark nights of the soul. You know now, you get excited for what is on the other side of the dark night of the soul. And so I can feel that excitement too, and I can feel this energy building up. It's almost like, you know, in like a cannon or a slingshot, like they're pulling it back to like shoot you forward. I know you feel this energy. It is so intense, but also it's just not time. Like you're being pulled back, you're being loaded. It's not quite time to launch. And I know you feel that too. And as you find this balance, as you continue to care for your body vessel, as you continue to allow rest and play and pleasure into your life, along with work B periods, along with these creative flows, you are cultivating this balance and this frequency and this center point that is going to magnetize all the resources to you. It's going to magnetize support. It is going to emit a frequency from you that so many people are craving, which is going to create business opportunities for you. It is going to open doors for you. It is going to literally pull things in without you even trying, because you are going to be so, well, you already are, so in the moment, so in your enjoyment of yourself and your divinity and your expression and what's birthing through your life, that it's gonna, like, don't even let it shake you, they're saying, when everything just starts showing up. Okay? Breathe through it, normalize it, realize, like, I called this in. Of course it's coming to me. Thank you. Be in that energy, because it might shake you for a moment, but that's how you also normalize it. And there needs there is a call to be practicing normalization as well. So as something comes in, normalize it. Sit with your nervous system, breathe it through. Like, even when you're really, really, really excited and you really, really get something that you want, make sure you take the time to come back to divinity and source and sit with your being and really integrate it and make it normal. And how do I say this? Like, the highs and the lows, make them not neutral. I want you to be able to feel things and enjoy pleasure. Neutral is, we're not supposed to be completely neutral, because we came here to feel and learn and experience and play and move through life. But also be balanced. Don't be too much in the joy that you become ungrounded, or too much in the lows that you become distracted and ungrounded and you give up and unmotivated, right? And so it's finding that sweet spot and that middle ground. What's one of my favorite movies, they say power comes from finding that sweet spot between serenity and rage. So it's like that's coming through. Let's pull some cards. There's just such a strong message coming through. I had to come on and record it tonight. Also, water's been really important, so make sure you're getting lots of baths and actual bath, like submerging yourself in water with Epsom salts and sea salts to get the energy off of you. That might not be yours. This is the thing, the elevation you're going through right now, evil eye is being transmuted directly through your living experience. Any energy that was negatively thrown at you before, instead of like mini attacks, you have elevated to such a level that all of that energy is being alchemized into your highest good. So it's like any haters that you have, literally, thank you, bring them on, because that's all fuel for your best life and your best creation right now. And so you are getting tested. So there is evil eye and there is some tests coming through, but they're just calls to stay focused. And Master Hilaron is working with you. So there's a lot of Atlantean and Lemurian light codes and frequencies coming through your being. So whatever is your tools, if it's your voice, if it's writing, if it's your platform, in every single thing that you touch right now, there's so much frequency and alignment and synchronicity coming through that, like, you have reached the pinnacle of healing. Of course, we're going to still have work to do, but it's no longer your main focus of your life, because things are just coming in. Yoga is coming through really, really strongly and important. And remember, yoga is a unification of the body, mind, heart, and spirit. And Ayurveda is the sister science of yoga, right? And so maybe those things are really important for you to bring balance into your system as a functioning whole. Like, there's doshas coming up in Ayurveda, might be really good for you to look at right now, and just to try to bring into balance, and will help to regulate your system, especially if you're going through those chakra changes that I talked about, because the chakra changes can cause physical symptoms at this moment. Like, you might have some breakouts, you might have, like I said, joint pain, joint stiffness. My spine has been wild. Like, I have been asking for Ojus to come through my spine and asking, like, Kuan Yin to put hydration into my spine, because I just feel like this last Scorpio full moon at the time of this recording was really intense. And energy healing has come up here, so you might be really drawn to Babaji, to Merlin, to Thoth, to Elmoira. Oh, and that was something that came through. So I actually got an Emerald Tablets book by Zendanta Ray, and it's a really cool companion to another book she wrote called Rising Merits. And so if you really resonate with Egypt and Thoth and Isis and Hathor, those are really good books of activating different frequencies of remembrance with Egypt. So you might be called to those. And I'll try to put her name down in the comments. But that's coming up, and Thoth is saying to write. But there's also something I seen yesterday from another reader that popped up on my algorithm, and she said that she's been reading a version of the Emerald Tablets, and she's been speaking it out loud, because the frequency of your own voice speaking it is activating things within your field. And I felt like that was a message straight from Thoth through this reader. I wish I knew which one it was, but I didn't save it. It was just like a quick thing I popped on before I went to bed. And so it's it's just really, really time to deepen your craft, to deepen your knowing, work with your ascended masters, work with your guides. It is a lot of clearing your energies coming up. So the thing about this is we're also light pillars, right? And so as we activate, there's a toxic situation you need to leave, clear and shield your energy. So you might have had some tests right now that kind of tried to distract you, and maybe just kind of left some slime on the energy field. So I would really work on that and get that kind of cleansed and purified out of your vessel. But this is all, I see. It's all a deep purging too from those past lives that I talked about. So there's just some really deep held, long-standing toxic patterns blocking you in money, blocking you in love, that have come to the surface. And that's what your system is regulating. Like I said, right now, that nervous system regulation is coming through, and it is teaching you to be calm in all situations. And it's harder to put in words, but you're going to have those chakra clearings and a couple of physical symptoms as your nervous system resets. So be really patient with yourself, forgive yourself. Like I said, do a lot of movement. I've been loving like a lot of lymphatic drainage or lymphatic type of treatments. So whether that's just different types of oil pulling with different liquids and teas and things like that. And then I've been using a rebounder, or you go get massage. I've been rolling things out. So things like that would maybe be really good for your lymphatic system right now, because that water thing is coming up. And also holding your vision. So really honing out your vision in a scripting format, as if you're talking to your best friend about how it's already manifested and happened. And then also I like to record that in my own voice and listen to that before I go to bed. And in the mornings when I wake up, I tend to hit the snooze alarm quite a bit. So I'll actually play it each time I do that. So that's been really nice as well. And might be a sign for somebody to also take control of their frequency, their visualization. Okay. And so congratulations, you have done so much healing work on your bloodline, on yourself, that you have been able to tap into your Akashic records and remember all of your lives in chronological order. It's amazing. And if that has not happened for you yet, that's coming. And not only that, you've been able to heal wounds from your past life. You've surrendered it up. You've worked with your spirit team. You've worked with spirit to work on these to the point where it's all become so safe that the final blocks to your financial resources and abundance coming in, the final blocks to that forever love, that true love relationship, are actually healing and releasing from your field. And some of you, I know it's been decades, okay? But I know this are lone wolves I'm talking to now, but you got this. Do not give up. It is coming. You are in that final stretch. You've done so well, my love. Okay? And I'm your sign. Tonight, Spirit speaking through me. This came through so strongly. I love you, and I will see you on the next one. If you want to work one-on-one with me, you can email me and book a reading. We'll get you booked in within 48 hours. And namaste. Have a beautiful sleep or day whenever you're finding this message. Remember, these are timeless readings. Whenever you're finding this is activating in your field and your frequency, and you will know because it will mirror your actions, your life, your intuition. I love you. Be blessed.